Hey food lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making miso butter noodles with bok choy. Now I love pasta. I make pasta every week, but this miso butter is something that I just discovered because I had miso paste in my fridge. So I'm varying a little bit than my normal tomato basil pasta. So it just has this really great salty, umami kind of flavor to it. It's really unique and I'm excited for you to try it. So let's get started. Make sure you have everything in front of you on the ingredients list because there's a lot of small things going on. And then you want to start chopping up those aromatics. So your garlic, that shallot, there's some green onions there. Just make sure that everything is nice and finely minced. I love those tiny little bowls that I have just to make sure everything is in its own little compartment. With working in a small space, it's nice to have something like that you can stack. Great thing about shallots is they actually last quite a while in your pantry. So I usually have one or two just hanging out there. You also want to start getting those noodles cooking on that back burner. Then add a little bit of oil to this big skillet here. I'm using toasted sesame oil. You can use any oil you'd like, but you want to start cooking down the shallot before the garlic because the garlic doesn't take as long to cook. So get that nice and softened and then add in your garlic. Then as soon as you can smell that garlic, that's when you want to drop in your bok choy. I know cooking this way is a little bit more intuitive than following a recipe, but following your nose and tasting as you go are really good habits to develop as you're learning to cook. So drop that bok choy in and you want to start wilting that down. If it's taking a little too long, you can add a little bit of water and that'll help steam it so it'll wilt faster. As you can see, it gets really small, so you could put a lot of bok choy in there. Then you want to clear out that skillet and get some butter melting. And once that butter is nice and melted, you can start adding your miso paste. A miso paste container really will last forever in the back of your fridge. I always have some for miso soup. So I just was experimenting one day with the butter and it turned out amazing. So you just stir it to combine. It doesn't take that long. And I am obsessed with Japanese BBQ sauce. I started adding it to pretty much all of my Asian dishes. So you can see here I put a nice big swig of that Japanese BBQ sauce. But any kind of Asian sauce of choice will work here. Maybe like a plum sauce or even just a little bit of soy sauce just to give it a little bit of something extra. And you can see I'm adding a little bit of that pasta water because it is starchy and it's going to give us a really nice sauce. So as this comes together, keep an eye on that consistency. It's starting to look like it's kind of gelling up a little bit, which is perfect because that means it's going to stick to everything. Okay, and then you just want to start adding everything back into that skillet. So your greens and also start draining those noodles and drop those in as well. If there's a little bit of pasta water that gets in with the noodles, that's totally fine. That just means it's going to help thicken up that sauce even more. And if it does get too thick, you can always thin it out with water. Delicious, yes. Okay, I added a little bit more sauce just because I really love that sauce. I love that flavor. And I start plating it up here. Also, remember those green onions that we chopped up? That's going to be one of our garnishes. I also like using toasted sesame seeds as a garnish. And kind of pull everything out so everything is nice and visible. So if you're taking a nice picture, everything looks just nice and even and balanced. A little bit more sauce there. There we go. Oh, that picture's a little blurry, but trust me, it's delicious. I hope you enjoy. And if you like this recipe, please like and subscribe to my channel, say hi to me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.